Welcome back, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, back. What's good? What's poppin'? What's good? What's poppin', y'all? Your girl Shay is here with, you know, the little leftover snow crabs, okay? You know, when you dig out and get all the big clusters, these was what was left over, okay? So we're gonna eat these. We have some pineapple bacon shrimp, some prawns, some cucumbers, some broccoli, and Kim B's seafood butter sauce. And then we have us a LaCroix. This is the watermelon. So let's pour this up and start snacking, y'all. Cheers to Snackies. So refreshing. That watermelon. All right, y'all. Let's snack. Start with this little prawn. This little itty bitty one. Y'all know Kim B sauce is thick with it. Thick with it. Not to mention, today is what? It's Mental Health Monday. Mental Health Monday. I ain't even finna play around with these little bodies. Just came out of the park. Y'all doing good today? Today is this video is coming out, of course, on Monday. However, today is Saturday and it's World Mental Health Day. And I actually was like, should I record? And I was leaning towards not recording. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, sis, you need to record. We're not gonna pull a card today. But you know, I do want y'all opinions on whatever we this topic that just come off my head. I want to talk about men and mental health. Specifically, I got an egg and this egg broke apart, but specifically black men and mental health. Kim sauce so rich, y'all. I added a half a stick of Kerrygold butter because it was like nothing but thickness. It was hardly any like juice, I would say. But that little butter ain't even dilute nothing. It's still very much so seasoned to perfection. Oh man. I ain't finna fight with these little y'all know typically I don't leave no crab behind. No crab meat. But they so little already. I ain't finna fight with these little legs. That seasoning tastes good though. I cooked them in some Cajun lemon pepper water. Here she go. So one, I think it's dope that so many people today, when I went on social media, you know, actively have something positive to say about myself. What made me think about black men and mental health was I didn't know this person like that. I mean, know his music like that. Maybe y'all do. Juice WRLD. That juice got it out. Well, his mom penned a message today about mental health, and she wanted to drive home that you are not alone. But then I was thinking about men and mental health and how I know in general a lot of us suffer in silence when it comes to mental health, but with black men, it's just so crazy how many of them. Now I know they are starting to slowly open up and stuff. You know, like SHAI.B God was always talking about it. Talking about how he goes to therapy. But I know we still have a long way to go when it comes to men and mental health, and I feel like my question would be, why is it so taboo for men, especially black men, to seek out or just to open up about their mental health? Even in the past, like I've had some like teenage clients that was like referred because of like DJJ. We get a lot of referrals from Department of Juvenile Justice, and like they so a lot of times they would be so defensive. Really wouldn't, they'll be like, oh, I don't have no problems, I don't have no issues. Yet they will be in situations where, you know, they've experienced a lot of trauma, or their behaviors, hello, you in the juvenile court system, your behavior suggests otherwise, you know. And I even have a close male friend who knows I'm a therapist, y'all. Knows what I do, and he never opened up about his anxiety. Something happened where we had a discussion, and he admitted he was taking, well, his anxiety was so bad that his doctor had prescribed medication for it. And I'm like, whoa, like, it's serious once people start bringing, you know, medication into the mix. And I'm like, dang, I'm worried, you know, and sad at the same time that, you know, you had to go through that. Like, you haven't been open up about it and, you know, talking about it. Because even if, granted, you don't want to talk to me, at least open up and talk to somebody. My brother, and this is my brother, he will go to the therapist. We was like, you should go to therapy, especially when my grandmother passed, because my grandmother, just like my relationship with my grandmother is close, those two also had a very, very close relationship. And he was there through the whole hospice process and stuff. So I'm like, you definitely should be talking to your therapist about this, like processing it. And he wouldn't do it. And his whole reasoning was, oh, I'm not crazy. And I'm like, what? Like, what does crazy have to do with it? And then I'm like, I know it could be a multitude of reasons why black men in particular don't open up about about their mental health challenges and struggles. Like, imagine when we as women are opening up and sharing our childhood traumas, or, you know, expressing our feelings towards stuff. A lot of the times they were somebody's brother, you know, so they experience those same traumas. And it's like, is it a challenge with them being vulnerable? With them being seen as weak? Is it ego? Like, is it kind of like that stigma that a lot of, you know, a lot of times I kind of disagree with the whole black people don't seek out mental health help or resources, because majority of my clients are black. So I think it's more so, and these will be people that's not only black, but sometimes they're in, sometimes we've serviced clients that's in poverty, or clients that's in the lower end of the income bracket. And then we have like middle class too, but I would say that majority of the clientele at my job is Hispanic and black people. Believe it or not. So then it's like, and a lot of the times it be boys, it be little black boys, little Hispanic boys, and it's like, even with their parents, you know, seeking out the services and the help, sometimes they still just not on board, and it starts so young with them resisting the whole therapeutic process. And every single time, the only thing they can say when I find myself with a boy that's very resistant is, I don't need no help. Nothing is wrong with me. Yet they sometimes are suffering with poor grades, very poor decision making skills, very impulsive, not thinking before they make these decisions and choices that affect them in a negative way a lot of the times, you know, because they're getting in trouble or they're acting out in school or, you know, whatever it may be, that led their parents to, you know, seek out therapy. But it's like, okay, why are you telling me you don't need services, but your parents got a whole list of things that's been going on, the school got a whole list of things that's been going on that's not good, you know? So it's so like, I don't know what word to use, but it's like, it's so overwhelming with how many of them start so young with, I don't need no help. And then I'm like, okay, how did it get to this level when you have a parent or parents that actually put you in services? So they think addressing your mental health is healthy. So how did that child come to have that notion that I don't need mental health, I don't need therapy, I'm good? But then they have a parent that's trying to get them services. I don't know, because you know, a lot of times your belief system starts at home. What it doing? Not a lot of times, it do. It starts at home. It starts with what you're being, I can't even enjoy the sauce like I really want to because this stuff is falling apart. And I don't want all this crap to fall up in my sauce. I want my sauce to still be some good. Back to the conversation. It's like, what kind of topics are they having about mental health in the home? If that makes sense. A lot of the times the kids are like, I had recently got a new client and I was like, I asked them, I was like, do you know why you're in therapy? And he was like, yeah. But a lot of times kids can't tell me. They're like, oh well, my mom just thought I should get in therapy. Like, it's like a discussion isn't had about why we're seeking out mental health services for you. You know, what behaviors we've seen you do that was concerning. But it's a significant disconnect with men and boys in general, but especially our black boys that's like so against this whole talk about our feelings, mental health, and getting the services that they actually need. I'm like, how do I fix it? We know we keep doing this, well, we keep talking about it, you know, and we normalize getting therapy. We normalize everybody has feelings. It don't matter what your gender is, you should be able to talk about your feelings, you know, like normalize opening up, normalize having a bad day, and that's okay, you know. Normalize actively working towards our mental health. Like, ooh, child, I don't like these little ones. Try to fight for the meat, y'all. Child, I was trying to get some blue crabs. Got excited because the seafood club was like, oh, sent out he had posted on his Instagram that he was gonna have blue crabs. Get on the list. Email me. DM me to get on the list. Child, I forgot he also got a shop in Tampa. It was for the Tampa people. Was mad on know it. But if you're a young boy listening right now, please open up and talk about your mental health. It's okay. It doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you strong. If you're a parent to a boy, like, have these discussions. I know a lot of times kids feel like they can't talk to their parents. And I was like that too. My mom didn't become my best friend until I moved to Miami, y'all. We butted heads so much when I was growing up. Because she was growing up too. It happened when she was 18, you know. And it wasn't also until, oh, this was something that I saw recently, and it asked people, did they come to their realization yet? You know, your parents suffered trauma too. Your parents went through issues too. Just because they had you doesn't mean that they're perfect. So guess what? 9 times out of 10, you had a broken person raising you. Not to excuse what they did if they fell short, but to humanize them and have empathy and understanding that, you know what, they didn't do their best, but they was dealing with some ish too, you know. And it was like, how many people have realized that their parents, you know, that happened to their parents. And I was like, oh yeah, especially when I started practicing therapy, I would call my mom up, y'all, and I'd be like, we would have discussions. I'd be like, I forgive you. And I'd be like, I totally understand. Or whatever it may be, like, something that triggered, like, or when I saw a family that was, like, really bad off, like, communication-wise, respect-wise, I would just call her up and be like, you did your best. It wasn't the best that I needed, but you did your best. And I understand that you was also dealing with your own traumas and your own mental health issues, because I didn't know at the time, but a majority of the time throughout my childhood, my mom was suffering from depression, you know. It's just, that's why it's so important for families to be having these conversations, you know. So I was here for today, you know, mental health, World Mental Health Day. Nonetheless, and my camera is going to cut off soon. What it might be is I might have let these soak too long in that hot water. That meat sweet. I feel like I really didn't get a chance to enjoy my Kimberly sauce. But these crowds kept breaking apart. Shucks. But I definitely enjoyed it with some shrimp. You don't like your sausage burnt? But y'all, I just wanted to let you guys know you are not alone. I am with you 9 times out of 10. I probably didn't have the exact same feelings that you are feeling, or that you have had in the past. It is totally normal. Be who you are. Be beautiful. Y'all, don't forget to take care of yourself, because self-care matters. You hear me? Self-care matters. Shouts out to our post Shouts out. Shouts out to our post notification person. Shout. Oh, excuse me. Shouts out to our post notification person. Shouts out to you, boo. Hey, shouts out to you, boo. Hey, hey, hey. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to you. And y'all already know, in the words of Auntie Tabitha Brown, listen, y'all have the most amazing week. You hear me? Y'all have the most amazing week. But even if you can't, don't go disturbing nobody else's. Okay? You hear me? I love you guys. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.